is Monday, November the 6th, 2023, and it's time for a reality check. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lizabeth, and I am living in the light by documenting my 150 plus pound weight loss. And I've been using Optavia's 5-in-1 program to accomplish that purpose, but this isn't about the Optavia program. This is about me and my personal progress throughout this entire process. And this week starts maintenance for me. I've reached my weight loss goal and I am going to continue on to maintenance. If you are interested in weight loss videos, in healthy lifestyle, in delicious recipes to give you wonderful ingredients and wonderful ways to keep weight off or to lose weight, I would invite you to subscribe to my channel. And also, as always, please like this video. It really does support me. It supports my channel, and it just helps my videos to show up for other people who are looking for great videos as well. So as I said, I have finished transition officially. Yesterday was my very last day following the transition program. I spent 67 weeks following Optavia's 5-in-1 program. And for those of you who have been around, you know that I followed that program exactly as it was written. I did not hack my Fuelings. I didn't split my lean and greens. I didn't do anything other than eat exactly what they said to eat. I didn't eat turkey pepperoni or bacon. I didn't mix too good yogurt with my Fuelings. That was the way I chose to do it. That was the best way for me, and I consistently lost. In the 67 weeks, I recorded a loss a 65 out of 67 weeks. I never hit a plateau. I never really struggled with the program, and I truly believe that's because I followed it. I did what they said to do, and I have the results to show for it. I also then spent 6 weeks following their transition program, and that means I gradually added in foods as I went throughout the 6-week period, gradually increasing my calories. And now it's time for me to start maintenance. Before I start that though, let me tell you how I did over the last week. This past week, I actually did, I didn't take photos last week. I did take measurements, but I didn't take photos last week, and I've decided I'm gonna just start doing measurements and photos once a week just to keep myself accountable. And it's really good to just kind of have that self check-in to make sure that I'm still taking care of my health and I'm paying attention to things. I will still continue to weigh as I normally do. Truth be told, and I think I've said this before, I weigh twice a day. And that is, it's a little game that I'm a numbers person, even though I teach English. I have always played little number games in my head. I just like to know like how many minutes it's going to take to get somewhere and where is the halfway point based on the number of minutes. So I do play like number games in my head. And one of the things that I have tried to focus on is not just when I reach a certain number on the scale, but when at night I am below that new tens digit. So when I dropped, say, from 200 to 190, when was I, even at nighttime, not going to be 200 or above? And so that's always been kind of my goal. And as it is right now, at night now, my high weight at night is my goal weight, which is really cool. So I'm about 5 pounds below, 4.6 pounds below my goal weight, which is great. I'd like to drop another 5.4 so I could be 10 pounds below what my initial goal weight was. And that just gives me a cushion of where I'm going to be as far as how much I can kind of play around with on days where I've got holidays coming up or whatever, and I want to indulge a little bit. I won't feel so bad if I put on a couple of pounds because I know that I can take it off quickly. I know how to lose that weight. So this week I got on the scale, I got out the measuring tape, So I lost another pound exactly. That brings my total to 157.4. And I lost 2 more inches, which is really cool. So that brings my total inches lost to 81. As I've said before, I measure 5 specific areas, 1 arm, 1 leg. So my inches lost might look different from somebody else because they might count both arms, both legs, etc. So this sweater is gigantic on me, but I just don't want to let it go because I love it so much. So I feel like I'm in a really great place. I'm, as I've said in the past, if you follow the program, I think one of the reasons why I have continued to lose in transition, and I believe I will lose as well, especially the first few weeks of maintenance, is because my calories that I'm taking in are less than what my body needs to maintain. And secondly, because technically I probably have another 20 pounds to lose. The BMI I don't really pay much attention to. I'm a good deal away from BMI, but I also know that if I were to weigh the weight that the BMI chart says I should weigh, I would not look good. I would be way too small. As it is, like my collarbone is bothering me. I'm just not used to seeing it. But I do think that I want to be at a healthy place. If I can wear a size 12, which is what I'm wearing right now, I wouldn't mind wearing a size 10, but I'm totally happy. I also know that I have a lot of extra skin because of the weight loss. And so I kind of have to take that into account, that I probably have maybe 15 pounds of extra skin, maybe 20. And so if I were to delete that from my weight, I would be a lot closer to what the BMI chart says I should weigh. But again, it really is about you and how you feel and where you feel you're going to be the most comfortable in your skin. So that's kind of where I am as far as my weight loss, where I plan to be, where I plan to stay, and why I am where I am today. So maintenance starts today, and it's really going to look a lot like this past week. I have moved away from Optavia Fuelings completely. The last couple of days, actually, I did not have any Optavia Fuelings, and I will give you, I'll tell you, this is kind of the breakdown of how I'm eating. I am having 4 snacks that are 200 calories or less, and I'm having 2 meals that are 500 calories or less. That gives me, if I were to eat the max calories, that gives me 1,800 calories. It will be a stretch if I can get up to 1,800 calories a day. I'm honestly really not sure how I would do that and not feel like I was overeating. So where it stands right now, over the last couple of weeks, my calorie range has been anywhere from 1,300 to 1,400 calories. I think I'm going to kind of stick with that for this week, just getting used to not eating any Optavia Fuelings at all, and then possibly next week try to add 100 calories in somewhere and bump it up to 15, and maybe every couple of weeks, every 2 to 3 weeks, try to bump up 100 calories and just see how my body reacts to that. I'm also adding in more movement. So I've got a recumbent bike. I also have a great, we live on a very quiet street, and it is a half mile to walk the full length down and back of the street. So I'm working on that. And my friend Cher has invited me to join her in February to walk a 5K. And so I'm going to get used to doing that. That's just a little over 3 miles. And I feel pretty confident that I can do that without a lot of trouble. But I'm going to get used to walking longer distances and hopefully have fun and participate in that. So this week is going to be pretty standard. The way my daily schedule goes, my food schedule is the first thing that I have in the morning. I always start with coffee. I drink my coffee black, and my first cup is just a plain old cup of coffee. Then my second cup which is this one right here, has a scoop of collagen peptides in it. I get Primal Kitchen. It's only 40 calories, so it's less calories than the one that comes from Costco, whichever that one is. I can't remember the brand of it, but anyway, that one I think has 70 calories, so it's like almost twice the calories. So this one is less calories, has no carbohydrates, has no flavor whatsoever. I buy it from Thrive Market, but I think you can get it on Amazon. It's Primal Kitchen, so it's a common brand. You probably can get it from a lot of different places. So that's what I do. When I make my second cup of coffee, I do a cup of fruit, typically cantaloupe and strawberries, and I weigh that in grams, and I have a little card on my refrigerator that tells me how many grams in a cup of these things, so I do that. And I do a little container of the fat-free Greek yogurt. I like Oikos 000. I also like Too Good. So I do one of those with the fruit. And I typically do that around between 6:15 and 6:30. And then about 9:15, I do a 100 calorie Better Oats, which is 100 calories. That breakfast, by the way, that first one with the yogurt and fruit is under 200 calories. I think it's like 180 calories. Then I do the Better Oats with half a cup of blueberries and a hard-boiled egg. So that's like right at 200 calories for that. And that's at about 9:15. At 11:45 to 12, I will do 4 to 6 ounces of protein. A lot of times it's a can of tuna or some chicken. I like to do that. I also do some ground venison. I will do some light mayonnaise with the tuna, or some ranch dressing on the chicken. If I do some chicken, I do a good amount of lettuce, maybe some cherry tomatoes or cucumbers, and Wassa crisp breads. And so that is right around 350, maybe 400 calories, just kind of depends on which protein I'm using. So it kind of runs in that range right there, which is great. The fourth thing that I have, and that's around noon, about 2:30, I've been doing cottage cheese and fruit or cucumbers. I also have a whole list of different snacks that are about 200 calories that I have to try: hummus and vegetables, banana and almond butter, like just some different things that I can do for variety for that afternoon fueling. I still call them Fuelings. And then my lean and green will always be a lean and green. It'll be under 500 calories or close to 500 calories if I can eventually get it there. Basically lean protein, vegetables. I may throw in grain there or something like sweet potatoes. Tonight is number 1, and I'm having a steak tonight, which I've had steak before, but I'm gonna have a steak tonight. I'm having sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Those are 2 things that have been off the table during weight loss, and I'm having those two tonight. I'm really excited about that, and a glass of wine, which I have not had a glass of wine since 2022. It's been a while, and I'm looking forward to that little glass of wine. And then my last fueling is something sweet. I've gotten used to that with the Optavia Fuelings. I do still have some fuelings that I might try to work through those. I also have some of the Optimal Health bars and shakes, which I will use those up. I've also found a couple of recipes. One is for a delicious oatmeal bar. I'm going to do a video of that because it makes a delicious under 200 calorie oatmeal bar, which is a little softer than a granola bar, but a little firmer than like Energy Bites. So pretty good and delicious, and very easy to make. So that's basically what I'm doing right now as far as fuelings go. Tonight on Zoom, I am going to be doing a Zoom call discussing the transition process. So if you're interested in that and you're not following me on Facebook or in one of the Facebook groups that I am admin of and that I posted about this on, just shoot me a comment. I'll try to check the comments today. And I might try to stick the link to the Zoom call in the comments after I get this posted, in case anybody wants to join in the Zoom call and hear about how I did transition and answer any questions you might have about the transition process. Because I love to help you guys out and to be encouraging to you. So that's my week. I am going to continue to do these reality checks. They are really as much for me as they are for you. It's good for me to just kind of decompress and talk through the week and think about what I've learned and what I am hoping to be able to share with people and to encourage people along the way. And please let me know if you've got questions, comments. I love hearing from you guys and encouraging you. And Lori, when you watch this, please know I've thought about you so much over the last couple of days and prayed for you and for Molly. And just want to put that out there that you are in my thoughts and prayers, and Moxie's too. All right, have a great week, guys, and I'll talk to you next week. And until I see you next time, please live in the light.